Let me tell you a story about spirituality and squid. Now, you don't often hear the word spirituality and squid in the same sentence, I will grant you that. But I want to tell you this story as a way of helping you understand ecosystem spirituality, which is the spiritual framing of the Vita Sapien philosophy. So, a little while ago, I was doing some research onto squid for a Vitan meditation. And I found myself drilling down into these most extraordinary creatures. Let me share a little bit about them. So, squid are a relatively recent evolutionary innovation arriving on the scene around about 100 million years ago. There's about 300 different species of squid. They are found across all of the oceans, from the tropics to the polar regions. You can find them close to the surface. You can find them right at depth. I actually saw a video the other day of a guy caught a Humboldt squid and brought it up from 1,000 meters. And I thought, well, the squid's going to be all like dead because of that rapid decompression. But you know what? It was actually followed by 2 or 3 of its mates. So they can move up and down the water column, like huge distances. The smallest squid is so small you could actually put an adult on your thumbnail. And the largest squid, the colossal squid, it's the size of a bus. Now, the scientists had reasoned that there were probably tens of millions of these colossal squid, and they knew that because it's the food of the sperm whale, and when they catch sperm whales, they can see all the squid beaks, which don't dissolve in the acid in the belly, and also the nose of the front end of the sperm whale has got all these scratches from these little claws that are actually in the tentacles. Okay, but despite there being tens of millions of these squid in the ocean, despite all of these many expeditions using submersibles into the Antarctic, the ocean around Antarctica, the Southern Ocean, right? They'd never actually been able to see any of these squid. And then somebody came up with this bright idea. How about when we put the submarine down, we turn off all of the motors so it's completely silent. And instead of having the big white lights that they use to look around and film things, turn them off. And instead we're going to use these red lights that we know that the squid can't see. And in order to attract the squid, right, we're going to use this special pattern of blue lights, which is known to attract predators in the depths of the Southern Ocean. So they did all these things and they just waited patiently. And within the hour, I think it was 48 minutes, right, the very first time ever, a colossal squid showed up, approached the submarine, and went for the little bit of fish that there was there as the bait. And they got it on camera for the first time by meeting the squid on its own terms. Anyway, I'm recounting my research in this story about the colossal squid to some friends the other day. And I couldn't help but just be like excited and just filled with like awe and wonder and at the beauty and amazingness of life on earth, you know, as a spiritual experience. And what I realized also was that you didn't get to experience the colossal squid story without the machines that the environmental scientists, the marine scientists had made. The submarine they went down in, the special LED lights they used to make the blue pattern to attract the squid's attention, the video camera, and ultimately the internet and the YouTube, which is where I was watching the video about the discovery of the colossal squid. And it's the application of technology that can sometimes just help our nature spirituality flourish. Now, there is a very big difference between watching a YouTube video and experiencing nature by sitting in a forest and looking at the trees, okay? You sit in a forest, you're physically there. You can see in clarity the colors and textures of the forest. You're breathing in what the living organisms are breathing out. It's a completely different sensory experience. But what am I going to do if I want to get present to colossal squid in their natural habitat? I'm going to get a mask and snorkel and dive down 1 kilometer in the Southern Ocean? You see what I'm saying is that technology can help us actually expand our nature spirituality. And this is why it's one part of ecosystem spirituality. Now, this little diagram that's just above my shoulder here, okay, is demonstrating the 4 dimensions of ecosystem spirituality. And if you want to learn more about this subject matter, then go to vitasapien.org website and read it up in the pocketbook. Now you can get that for free as a PDF, or you can buy the ebook or the paperback. While you're on the website, also ask about Vita Sapien philosophy using our functionality called Ask Vita, and you might even want to take the Vita quiz to identify your Vitan profile. That gives you an indication of where your next step is on your Vita Sapien journey. Thank you. Bye-bye.